You must have seen the title. This video is all about top 6 sexiest perfumes for men and also for college students because it's a budget centric video starting from 42 rupees and also below 500 rupees each and everything, maybe a tad more than 500 rupees. But before going into the video, there are two quick disclaimers. I'm not expert in this particular area. Number two, in terms of each and every perfume shown in this particular video, as these are budget focused options, these may not be super long lasting and also the projection would be like mild to moderate and somewhat not unique in terms of the fragrance. For this particular topic, there will be a separate video in terms of does cheap perfumes are actually unique and long lasting. That's a follow-up video for this one. We can't compare those budget perfumes to the Hugo Boss. I just got Hugo Boss to compare for the next video. So getting started with the option number one here. This is a travel pack. Yes, 42 rupees is a travel pack option. I couldn't find the bigger version of this particular perfume, so I got the travel pack. And here the perfume is the Yardley Gentleman Royal. For perfumes generally, there are multiple layers of fragrance, in specific 3 layers of fragrance. One would be top, second mid notes, third base notes. For cheap perfumes, I would elaborate that in the follow-up video, but for cheap perfume generally you would not find the base notes much. At least you will not actually smell that base notes at all if they use one. For this perfume, immediately you feel the fresh feeling. I mean that it starts with the lime as the top notes. With time, maybe half an hour or maybe 45 minutes, it's gonna smell a little bit spicy. That's because of the mid note of nutmeg. This one gives a little bit of nostalgia feeling. If you would have used Yardley powder, you're gonna smell absolutely the same. When it comes to projection, the projection is like very mild, and also the longevity, I mean the long lasting, not more than maybe 1.5 hours to 2 hours. That's what you get with these perfumes. Don't expect groundbreaking long lasting when it comes to perfume, because even though the mid note of nutmeg you can feel after an hour, but still it's like very subtle, and also it do end up with the same nutmeg spicy smell. Now moving on to the second perfume I got is from a brand called Beardo Godfather. This by far is one of my favorite perfume and also one of the best perfume you can get in case if you're on a budget. It comes in this red color bottle. I got the 50 ml version. It costs somewhere around 300 to 350. Immediately the moment you spray this particular perfume, you're gonna get that fresh feeling, partly because of the citrus and the lime top notes it have. And then it settled down to somewhat minty kind of a fragrance. That's what, and also have a touch of sweetness to it after the top notes get settled down, maybe after half an hour or 45 minutes. Even though they do have vetiver as the base notes, after maybe 4 to 5 hours also I couldn't smell the vetiver, at least I couldn't, but it do settle with that sweetish fragrance. But it's really long lasting. Even you can feel after 7 to 8 hours. It's very mild, it's not very strong. Certainly one of the best options you can get at this particular price point of 329. I definitely recommend this Beardo Godfather, my favorite. For the next perfume, I got this La French Luxury OUDH. So as I mentioned, these budget perfumes may not be super long lasting, right? So I thought that why not go for this OUDH or Attar or Attar, whatever it could be. So I went with this option from a brand called La French. I think this option is also somewhere around 300 to 350. I like the bottle. I like the bottle of the Beardo Godfather as well. Flashy, but very minimal. This one, of course, the top notes is a earth, so it's gonna be really strong. For all these options, thinking that they're not super long lasting, don't just take bath with the perfume. Particularly with this OUDH option, you're gonna face the consequences. Trust me. So you're gonna feel that OUDH at the top notes and then have a slight rose smell to it as the mid notes. Means you will feel after maybe an hour or so, and because it do have OUDH as top notes, it's gonna stay for a really long time. When it comes to the base note, I couldn't feel anything, but it lasts really long time. It's completely up to you, and 2 sprays would be enough for this option. Don't spray more with this particular OUDH. So moving on to the next option, here we have this again sub 300 rupees perfume from a brand called PHY, and this is the social version of them, I mean in terms of the fragrance. And this one, just like the Godfather from the Beardo, it opens up really fresh. You do have that citrus and mint kind of a fragrance when it comes to the top notes, and then settle down to some sort of a darkish fragrance, even though it has not been mentioned when it comes to the middle notes. And for the base notes, it actually need to end up with the woody fragrance, because they mentioned that as sandalwood, but you will not get any woody kind of a fragrance with this particular option. But I would say this is a everyday kind of a perfume, and the projection is like mild, I would say, and also it is not long lasting. Hardly you can smell this for maybe an hour or two. That's it, not more than that. It's really compact and easy to carry, but you have to make sure that you use this multiple times in a day. Okay, moving on to the next option. It's actually a woman's perfume, but I like this particular fragrance, that's why I thought of including. Also, if you want to gift it to your girlfriends or your loved ones, this is definitely an option too, in case if you don't want to use it for yourself. But I really like this particular option. One, this bottle looks really great. This is a gingerly fresh option from MINISO. It's priced at I think 460. You can get somewhere around 400 rupees price point this option. Immediately it reminds me of a combination between a lavender and also citrus perfume. So it opens up like that, and with time what happens is that it do have orange kind of a fragrance to it, and it settles down as a sweetish fragrance with time. So that's what you can get with this perfume. So it's more or less similar to the previous perfumes. All these budget perfumes generally they do have either the fresh aqua or maybe the citrus or maybe the sweetish smell. You don't get much of a unique fragrance at this particular price point, but you do get some good options when you consider the price point, and this one is like really great. However, this should end with a sweetish and woody smell according to their base notes. It do have musk and also it do have vanilla as the base note, but you can feel a little bit of a sweetish smell after a certain time, after 2 hours or 3 hours, but it's very mild. And also the projection is like really great for the first 1 hour or so. It's really great with this option, just with 2 sprays. That's it. In case if you're not a fan of having lavender as the top notes, this one is not for you. Now moving on to the next fragrance we have here is from Titan. This is a Titan Verge. This is again a compact option of this. It's a 20 ml bottle, I think so. It costs somewhere around 550 to 600 rupees. It's a little bit more than the 500 rupees. My initial impression with this perfume was that it's not a fresh kind of a perfume. I mean that you don't get that aqua vibes or maybe the super citrus vibes, but it do have lemon oil. It do have again a lavender combination to it, just like the previous option as the top notes, and it's very strong, and you do get moderate projection as well with this particular option. And the bigger version costs somewhere around 1500 to 1600. So basically it's a premium perfume, I would say. I would not say it's a luxury perfume, just like the Hugo Boss option here, or maybe the Tom Ford or the Versace I have, or the Coach, because they do have unique fragrance, and also you can feel the base notes, and with the moderate projection for a longer periods of time. Definitely those are worth their value, but I'm not suggesting these perfumes to anyone in terms of the price points, because these cost somewhere like 7,500 or so. But these are the designer perfumes where the combinations are meticulously combined, and also the layers of fragrance plays a part. However, in case if you are on a budget front, if you are a student or if you're an office going person, these compact ones are going to help, or these are the great options you can have in your perfume collection under 500 rupees. I think these are the sexiest perfumes which are partly long lasting. Having said that, if you like this video, do let me know in the comment section below what is the perfume you like. There are a few other notable options such as the Man Company or maybe the Fog, but I tested them out. They are not long lasting at all. After half an hour it's going to dissipate. Fog have some OUDH version that I have to test it out, but the other versions of the Fog, they are not that great. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this. That's it from me. See you next time.